Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. And that's definitely the case with this video. Now, that was not clickbait when it says there was an Ethereum killer and it's back. Now, bear with me, but this project is worth taking a look at. A developer friend of mine brought it to my attention and was telling me that this thing literally is maybe the best blockchain yet to be created. Well, we're going to kind of dive into it, and you guys can figure that out after that. Now, it's called EOS. EOS.io is the website. I highly recommend you go there, check it out. But supposedly, it's a bigger, faster, badder Ethereum. Now, it has some history, and that's the downside. That's why I said it's back. Well, and I'm just going to basically, tell you roughly the story. Don't hold any of this directly to me, but basically, in 2018, the story goes they came out. They were very, very hot, had a lot of buzz, a lot of momentum, and they raised like $4 billion. It had a lot of good blockchain developers coming there to build other things. A couple of things got built, but from my understanding, the founders just stopped kind of everything, stopped participating, and the money started to be pulled out of the project. And allegedly, they took $4 billion and went and created like a fund or whatever happened. And there's lawsuits and all that. Well, it's just been sitting there. But just like my friend told me, this is great technology that shouldn't be wasted. This is not like Terra, which had good technology, but they're trying to turn that into a meme coin. Well, the developers that had already built on top of this blockchain wants to save it. So they got together, and it's called the Antelope Protocol. And I'll read what it is. It says Antelope Protocol is run by a coalition connected by the EOS Network Foundation. It is used by developers to bolster the support and development of NFTs, DeFi, and even supply chain management. The protocol, before its launch, has already requested proposals from developers focusing on new use cases that can include code improvement, SKOs, and more. Now, the coalition is backed by EOS Network, Talos, Wax, and UX Network. Now, here's the biggest thing, guys, that really, really got me excited for whatever it's worth, because I tend to look at things from a different angle. I may not be the smartest guy in the room, but I am smart enough to know who they are, and I listen to them. So when I get a world beater, whether it's financial or a top developer tells me something, I listen, and it overrides all the other stuff that we hear on the street, because there's a lot of noise. Well, in my opinion, what I'm about to read to you, you can take to the bank, because it has merit that everybody should definitely consider. Now, we all know who Vitalik is, one of the founders and the main centerpiece of Ethereum. Well, when he heard about this fork, now it is a fork, guys. It was a fork off of EOS, and everything's basically the same. They just got rid of the first part of it to simplify it. But listen to what Vitalik tweeted out. EOS is Ethereum on steroids. The name reflects the fact that the core team learned from Ethereum's amorous naivety and idealism and built out a team of professional top talent software developers that created a smart contract platform with much higher scalability and speed. Now think about it, guys. That's Vitalik. Ethereum's his baby. And he said it is Ethereum on steroids. Well, that makes me want to pay attention. So I'm going to pay attention to this project. Now, does that mean we should run out and buy it? I don't know. Let's talk about it. But let's take a look at this chart, guys. Now, if we think about the history, look how this thing came out. It was hot, guys. It came out way under a dollar, and I don't know what the pre-sale was and all that. But look where this thing ran, guys, over $25. And then they just, obviously people took profits, and this is typical, but somewhere probably about in here, they just kind of stopped putting money into it. The founders started just letting it die, and it did okay, and it was doing all right. And then it basically, guys, it was already over in here. And this, to me, I find encouraging. From what I was told, they knew it was over back in here. Well, they still had this type of pump when it was already pretty much done. Now, that being said, right now, you can probably start stacking this thing if you choose, and none of this financial advice, for under $1. So no matter what, that's a 25x. Well, if it takes out its old high. And it has a lot of positive sentiment going on with the developers for whatever that's worth. I think that it's definitely worth a deeper dive, which I'm going to do. Now, as I was reading some other stuff, they were talking about, I assume the foundation, when they left, it was still there intact, but it has no money. Now, I think I got this right, but guys, verify all this, especially before you put any money in. From my understanding, the foundation is, and everything is set up there, but it doesn't have any money. Well, the lawsuit is about that money. So if they win the lawsuit and they get funded again out of that 4 billion, whatever that might look like, that will help kickstart this layer one. Now, it's just common sense, guys. They are way behind the 8 ball. I don't care how good your technology is with that type of history. My thoughts are, it's going to take a big influx of money. And then if that happens, whether it comes from the foundation or some other, whale, or another blockchain decides to merge or buy out their technology, something like that could happen. But, if you look at it, the risk reward, until that happens, it might not really have a shot at getting off the ground and becoming a real threat to ever being an Ethereum killer. Because no matter what, guys, it's not all about tech. It's about money, enthusiasm, and developers, and a common interest, a great roadmap, and dedicated people that can make all that happen. It's a long, long road, as we know. And we're in a bear market. Not a lot of people, in my opinion, are probably going to run to this project or any project to help them have the money to build during this downtime. So that's kind of the variable that makes me think, I don't know. I'll have to keep looking, but it might be worth throwing some pocket change into it, especially it could just keep going, because there's nothing to me that makes it look like that this thing's not going to make new lows in this market. I could be wrong, but if you look at this, guys, this is a 24-hour. The week's kind of sideways, 30 days down, 90 days. That was probably somewhere, I believe that's about when they started hearing the rumors of what's going to happen. And then, a year ago, hasn't done much. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. Please, none of this is financial advice, but go down the rabbit hole. And if you know about this project or have a different input or different take on it, please let me know in the comment section, because there will be other videos. I'm going to stay on top of this project, especially if I see some money coming in. I'm going to follow the money and developers, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love you to be part of this community. If you do subscribe, hit that notification. And either way, please hit that like button. It really helps us out a lot, and we do appreciate it. That's all I got, guys. Take care.